Hey everybody, Cynthia here. Happy Mother's Day to all the mommies out there, even the mommies of fur babies like myself. And thank you, Misha, at Scraps and Things 1 for texting me today and wishing me a happy Meows Day. That kind of really felt good and made my day. It really did. But anyway, I hope all the mommies out there get spoiled rotten today like they deserve. I wanted to quickly share with you some 12 by 12 and 8 by 8 layouts that I was busy making this week. One of them have already sold, so I have to package it up. So I figured I'd better make the video. This one is a 12 by 12 and it's a sewing theme. I used sewing pattern paper on the top and bottom and just layered some pink and blue papers and some craft colored cardstock. I embossed the two photo mats with my button embossing folder. I did some fussy cutting, the So Lovely sentiment. These came from a thicker pack that I had, and the pink sewing machine, the dress form, and the little tomato pincushion came up from a thicker pack as well. And these are the three chipboard pieces that I actually based the whole layout on, and that's why I went with these colors. But I'll show you the bottom because the pattern paper is so cute. It has little scissors, spools of thread, and buttons, and what do you call those things? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but sewing machines. I just thought it was really sweet. So I layered rickrack on the pink cardstock and then blue. Fussy cut this out of a piece of paper that I had. There's buttons. Fussy cut the scissors out. I put used my Martha Stewart punch on like some measuring tape paper. That was really pretty. Made some bows on each side of the photo mats. The photo mats are for 6x4 photos, and I used some pink and white twine for the chipboard pieces, the Lovely sentiment. And then up here I just did some more fussy cutting from a sheet that has, you know, these thread spools and buttons. It's like a sewing machine or a sewing theme paper. I don't know where it is in my stash, or I'd pull it out because I only have little bits and pieces left. And I just layered more rickrack and paper up here. So that is my So Lovely layout. And this one here is actually the one that just sold. So up top here I cut the beautiful sentiment from my Cricut. I layered in some Recollections flowers, and I used a new Flourish die that was gifted to me by Crafty Irina. It's this one here, and it's called Sizzix Scrolls. And I basically used the little scroll throughout the whole layout, and then I cut the big scroll and used it on the envelope, which I'll show you in a second. And then I just added pearls to the centers. The photo mats are double matted for 6x4 inch photos. And then I used some of this really pretty ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and it has keys all over it. I cut up a doily that I cut out with my Cricut and pieced it underneath. Handmade this flower here from my flower punch, and then I added a Recollections flowers in the center. Here I used white ink, and I inked up the chipboard dragonfly and then added all the pearls to that. And then over here you see part of that doily, handmade flower, and some of those scrolls again. And then the top here I made an envelope, and I used a metal filigree flower with a brad. On the side here I did more white inking to bring out the really pretty pattern in the butterfly, and then added pearls to that. I made a tag. It's pretty big. You can use it for journaling or photos. Journaling on the back. And then this is just an envelope I made with my Martha Stewart punch board, and I inked it up with Vintage Photo. So this is the one that actually sold, so I got to get it packaged up. And the top here I used some vintage fabric as the pull for the tag. And then the next 12 by 12 layout is a Patriotic one. I just used random papers I had in my stash. That's basically my objective right now, is if I've used a paper pad or something before and I saved papers, I'm just trying to get, use them all up. So that's what I decided to do. And I made 3 3x3 photo mats on the side and one big, I think this is 6x4. Let me just double check. Yes, this is a 6x4. And then I have some twine here on the sides and in the corners of those photo mats. Up top, I just cut out like little banners, and I used some silver bling. And then I did it on the bottom here as well in the corners. I used stickers I had in my stash, red, white, and blue. Popped them up, some of them up on Pop Dots for dimension. And then these stickers came from a Patriotic sticker pack Misha gifted me. Hey Misha! And then just used some bling, cut the pieces all over, kind of to represent firework kind of things, that how they fan out. This embellishment in the middle I made myself with 2 banner pieces. I cut out this from a sticker, Land That I Love. Used some bling here, some star bling, and then I made a twine bow, and then used a little bit of that silver bling on top and layered the stars on. It's all popped up. Up here was something I had in a sticker pack. This one came from Hobby Lobby, the All-American, and then I have some bling here. And this whole side here, which looks like layered paper, is actually a very long border sticker that I had in my stash. So that's my Patriotic layout. And then I did another one here called Birds of a Feather, and I cut the Birds of a Feather sentiment out from my Cricut. I have 3 3x3 photo mats and one 6x4, and then I have a tag pocket here. On the birds, the chipboard birds, these were from Michael's. I had them in my stash, and if you can see the gold that I did around the edging, I used, let me get it out so I can share it with you guys. I used my Beads in a Bottle from Tulip, the gold, and I just real carefully traced it around the edges and on the bird's eyeball. I did a lot of inking on this with some vintage photo and walnut stain. These are 2 wood veneer feathers. And then up here, I tied little bows on top of the 3x3 mats using an owl print ribbon, which you can tell better from here. This came from Hobby Lobby. And then down here, I used some fun fur, and I don't know what this is called right here, but it actually reminded me of a bird's feather. So I used that to tie it on the tag pull, and there's the tag. And here's a little Prima bird clip I just added to it, and then can journal on the back. This I just made a pocket, and this is a wood veneer or a wood bird embellishment. And then over here, this bird here, I did the same thing with the gold. And then I also cut this bird bath out with my Cricut and then backed it up with some blue cardstock. And then I used glossy accents to make it look like water. So I think that one came out really pretty. And then I decided to do some really bright colored 8x8 layouts. And let me share those with you. I'm doing them for summer. I have a lot of scrapbook albums in my stash with, I have 12x12 and 8x8, so I like making the 8x8 layouts. So this first one here, it's a double layout. This is a 5x4 mat, this is a 5x4, and then 2 3x3s. And I'll just show you the first one. I layered up different papers up top and on the photo mats, and then this was in my stash that I popped it up on Pop Dots. And it has a glittered sun, but the glitter doesn't rub off. And then down here, the same thing. I have this piece and this piece. Really pretty bright colors. And it says cool treats, and there's little tiny flip-flops right here. And then a drink of lemonade and an ice pop. And they're popped up. And then the other side of the mat, I pretty much did the same thing, layering papers. Put this little arrow embellishment that says look. And then up here there's a tag that says friends, family, and fun. There's a little strawberry and an orange and a pair of sunglasses, and that's all popped up on Pop Dots as well. And some sunflowers here. So I thought those would be really cute for some, I don't know, picnic pictures, or just when you're sitting outside eating freeze pops because they're dripping all over your arm. I thought it would be cute to add some photos to those. And then this one I broke out my Cricut for. And I did some Cricut images. These are nice and bright as well. Same thing, 5x4 photo mats, 3x3s. And this, I made the sun embellishment on my Cricut, and I cut apart a cloud and popped it in like it's coming in from the side, layered some papers, cut out the Cricut sentiment sun, or summer, and then I have these little flip-flops, which I think they're just really sweet. And I have the sentiment fun with a little rainbow pop on that. And then over here I had a bicycle in my stash, so I put that on there. And a photo will slide right behind the bicycle. Then I have a little bit of bling there. And then on this side I had the sage cheese embellishment in my stash. Put a little rhinestone or a gem there. This is the whole cloud. I put a whole cloud up here, and then the other half of this cloud I put over here, like it's coming in from the side. Layered papers, and I had one of these, I think this was a Kane Company drink embellishment. Put some rhinestones there, and I thought it was cute. Had a little umbrella. And everything's on Pop Dots for dimension. So those are my layouts for the week. Most of them are in my store now, and if they're not, they will be. So if you have interest, I'll post the link below to my store, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much again for watching, and have a great Mother's Day. Take care.